Roger, roger. Sounds like a good plan to me. Okie dokie. 73, W4RNZ clear with a good friend in South Georgia. Oh, bye-bye.
KC9VKV.
Who is you calling, please?
I was calling you, sir. This is Kilo Charlie 9, Victor Kilo Victor. The name is Jim, and I'm in Louisville, and I've been copying the mail on you guys. You are sounding really loud here in Louisville.
Roger, roger. KC9 Victor Kilo Victor. I didn't write the name down. You can place that down next time, please. I want to thank you very much for the nice words you said there, nice report. Likewise, you have a very, very good signal. I live down in Cartersville, Georgia. It's in the Atlanta area. I'm 40 miles north. But, you know, generally speaking, in the Atlanta, Georgia, greater area, I'm 40 miles north. And my name is Carl, KC9VKV, W4RNZ, over.
Roger, Carl. Yeah, I was copying the mail. I've got, my wife is from Valdosta, Georgia. So coincidence there, but I was just curious, how long have you been an amateur radio operator?
Well, I got started late in life. I got my license in 1960, and I had a birthday this past November. The 28th of November, I was 95 years young, over.
Roger, roger. Well, it certainly is a pleasure speaking with you, sir, and glad to hear you on the air. And your radio, like I said, really does sound beautiful. What kind of antenna are you running?
I'm using a homemade dipole, 40 meter inverted V, and made out of number 12 stranded copper wire, up at 30 feet in the center and 12 feet on each end. And my radio that you listen to is a little 4-transistor solid state amp driven by an ICOM 718. And I don't have a whole lot invested in my station. And I put together the amplifier part by part from a, it wasn't exactly a kit, but it was a gentleman that used to sell the parts, but he doesn't anymore. But it's not like those Mirtron 500 or 600 watt amps. It's similar to them, and I tell you, it's no tune, all band, over.
Roger. Well, I'll tell you what now. You are one of the loudest stations I've heard today. Coming in, you say you're in Cartersville, Georgia?
That is correct. Yes, sir, that is correct. 40 miles north of Atlanta, just off Interstate I-75. And good bit of industry here in this little country town. A lot of labor available, and one of the largest carpet and flooring manufacturers in the United States is located here. The name is SADDENS, Shaw. They make hardwood flooring as well as all types of carpet. Roger on that, over.
Roger, roger. Well, it's good that town's got some industry. You know, there's a lot of towns in the country that the industry's left. You know, and they don't have hardly any business in the towns. Roger.
Absolutely. Truer words were never spoken. What kind of radio and antenna you have, may I ask, over?
Yes, sir. This is an older Yaesu 990. I don't know exactly how old it is, but it is an older radio, but it is just perfect for me. I just love this radio, and the receive part of it is really exceptional. I turned down the the antenna gain, and just listen to it just absolutely like almost a telephone. There's no static or noise or whatever, you know. And I've right now going on my 40 meter inverted V antenna, and I did put a choke in it yesterday, and keep the I'm not using a balun, so I had a little RF coming back down towards the station, so I put a choke in it, and it apparently has solved the problem. Roger?
Yes, sir. Well, I'm mighty glad you did that. I have a choke, homemade choke, in my antenna, but down where it, comes into the shack here. All I did was take a 4-inch piece of PVC pipe and put about 22 turns of coax around it, and that's how I made my choke.
Oh, Roger, Carl. That's almost identical to what I did. I had a 4-inch piece of PVC and some big RG8, and it was real difficult bending that RG8 around that 4-inch form, but I used a lot of Gorilla Tape. I would get a couple of revs around that 4-inch PVC, and then I would Gorilla Tape it down so it wouldn't come up. And then I would go and try to get 2 or 3 more revs and Gorilla Tape it, and eventually I got the whole thing on there, and got it. I used some couplers. I didn't use regular antenna adjustments there. I used couplers to actually solder the connections together, and I looked at it after I finished, and the SWR was exactly where it was before, so it didn't affect the antenna any, but it did affect the RF coming back towards the shack. Roger.
You better believe it. They cut you down, don't they? I mean, that's great, absolutely great. I know you're going to handle a lot of power and should last you a long time. Well, I talked to this friend down in South Georgia. I don't guess he's still on. We find out. But he lives about 60 miles east of Valdosta, Georgia, a little town named Homerville. And we were on this frequency just about every day. Starting about 11 or 12, or approximately to about 1 or 2. And we was getting on a little later, but the band was going out and just was able to talk about 15 minutes. The band would be gone, and he could hear me, or I could hear him, or the other. And so we started getting on a little bit earlier. It was about past 2 days. We had better luck. I certainly want to thank you for giving me a call. I really hope that I get to talk with you again. It's now the time that you and my friend Kilo Charlie 4 Kilo Yankee down in Homerville, Georgia, and we'll be glad to have you aboard there. KC9VKV Kilo Victor, W4RNZ, over.
Roger, Carl, checking your call. That was Whiskey 4 Roger Nancy David, is that correct?
Negative. The last letter is Z as in Zulu, and that is correct, is over.
Roger, then it's Whiskey 4 Roger Nancy Zulu, is that correct?
It is absolutely correct. And do I have to correct? And would you give me your name to go along with it? Okay?
Yes, sir. The name is Jim, Juliet India Mike, and we are located near Louisville, Kentucky, and the call sign is Kilo Charlie 9 Victor Kilo Victor. Kilo Charlie 9 Victor Kilo Victor. Roger?
Roger, Jim. Absolutely. I have it correct. Well, what a pleasure it is to meet you. May I ask, how long did you live in Australia, over?
We've been in amateur radio about 6 years now. I spent 50 years in commercial radio, 50 years in commercial radio, and then retired and said now's the time to have some fun on radio. So I became an amateur radio operator, Roger.
Roger on that. Well, good for you. Hope you enjoy as much as I do. It was a great topic. You can really learn a lot about many different things. And I'm a people do a lot. I learned a lot. I know a lot about people like you. I have to take a break a few times during the day and use some signals on my leg further. I got a thing that uses his air pressure on a plastic tube around my leg that pulls the fluid upward. And I got a tremendous amount of 2 or 3 times a day. So I'm sorry to part with you, but I must do that deal. I would like you to join me again if you see fit to. Let me meet my friend Gene down in Homerville, Georgia. Kilo Charlie 9, Kilo Victor, over.
Roger, Carl. Yeah, conditions are kind of fading out, but I have really enjoyed the QSO, sir, and congratulations on reaching 95, and may you reach 200. I think the way you're going, you'll probably reach 200, and we've really enjoyed it. And I've got your frequency here, and 71, 76, and we'll be checking in from time to time to see how you're doing there, sir. And we've really enjoyed it. I'll say 3s for now, and you have a good day, Roger, Roger.
Have a good day. Just before RNZ is out there. Thank you, sir.